Care Taking Action. Week 2. River. Everything that lives on Earth needs water to survive. Free-flowing rivers act as the planet's arteries. In addition to providing humans and animals with precious clean drinking water, they nurture plant life, recharge fertility in floodplains, and provide nutrients to deltas, estuaries, and nearshore reefs. Along with rivers, freshwater environments include lakes, wetlands, streams, and underground aquifers. Wetlands can help minimize or even remediate environmental problems. As part of nature's filtration system, wetlands absorb and filter sediments, pollutants, and excess nutrients, recharge groundwater, maintain stream flows, control runoff, store floodwaters, reduce erosion, stabilize shorelines, and help regulate atmospheric gases and climate cycles. Freshwater habitats account for some of the richest biodiversity in the world. Unfortunately, rivers and freshwater ecosystems are among the most at-risk ecosystems on the planet and are home to some of the most endangered wildlife on Earth. They are threatened by urbanization, pollution, industrial development, invasive species, damming, excessive water extraction, and climate change. The mismanagement of freshwater environments has led to drying rivers and damaged habitats. In the last century, we've lost many of the world's wetlands and their wildlife. Across BC, communities are grappling with imminent plans for clear-cut logging in watersheds that supply their water for drinking, irrigation, and in some cases, firefighting. Despite the fact that Canada has the world's third largest per capita freshwater reserve, the water many Indigenous communities depend on is contaminated, difficult to access, or at risk due to faulty treatment systems. In BC, more than 50% of amphibian and reptile species are of conservation concern from a variety of threats, like loss of habitat, roads and traffic, pollution, and disease. Which leads us to a big concern here in our own region, the Pacific wild salmon, which are the lifeblood of the BC coast, connecting and feeding the ocean and the forest. Each spring, young salmon swim from river to sea, where they grow and feed killer whales, sea lions, and a multitude of marine animals. In autumn, bears, wolves, eagles, gulls, and other wildlife gather in estuaries and along rivers to feast on adults returning to spawn. The end of the salmon life cycle brings an essential surge of ocean-derived nutrients to the trees and mycorrhizal networks below ground that line the banks of each river. These marine nutrients transported by salmon have been found in the tops of trees and have been correlated with a higher abundance and diversity of birds. Wild salmon literally feed the forests we love. As if all of this wasn't enough, healthy freshwater environments also supply water for growing crops, manufacturing, energy, and transportation. As well, many people depend on rivers for their way of life and their livelihoods. And rivers are the cornerstones of cultural and spiritual practices for diverse groups of people around the world. As earth keepers and stewards of creation, we must commit to recovering freshwater biodiversity, restoring natural river flows, and cleaning up polluted water for people and nature to survive and thrive. Care Taking Action. Care for the water body nearest you, whether it's a stream, lake, river, creek, or the ocean. Most likely there is trash in it or nearby. Collect and dispose of the items correctly. Then spend time enjoying the environment. Pray, give thanks, meditate, ponder what more can be done. Listen and look for life. Soak up the blessings of God's magnificent creation. Research issues affecting freshwater habitats. Pick what interests you and get involved with repairing, conserving, maintaining, and nurturing. Hold political leaders and big companies accountable. These are just a few ideas. The Creation Care Committee has compiled a much longer list of action items that you can find on the church website. None of us can do everything all the time, but maybe you'll find ways that you can participate. If you have additional ideas, please let us know so that we can add them.